All right. Hello, everyone. I know you guys are logging in and thank you. Thank you. Can y'all hear me okay? Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, great. All right. Sorry about that. I posted on our team page that Angelica was running just a few minutes late, and I didn't want to start the record with her coming on 10 minutes late. So she should be on in just a few minutes. But we're so excited. The special Friday edition. We're going to have some fun. We've got some incredible tips and tricks to share with you to just up your makeup game. We are so excited to be here. We love doing these Zooms, these beauty on a budgets. We sometimes reach 10, 20, 30, 40. We've reached almost 100 people just coming together weekly. We do this twice a week. And we'll probably do it forever because it's a way for us to connect with you. And tonight, the lip color that of all lip colors that everybody compliments me on anytime I wear it. Kathy Maples, I know this is one of your favorite colors too. In the summertime, this is our gift tonight. If we have 10, all we need is 10 guests. And I always give away a gift. If we get close, I'll give it away. But this is one of my favorite colors to wear in the spring, summer. It's just kind of a bright, fun color. I have on a couple layers, but I tell everyone with these enduring lip colors, they can be like a lip stain, very light, very sheer, very natural. So we are going to utilize our chat bar, and Casey's coming on. I'm sure she might be on right now, but let me just see if I see Casey. But we're so excited you're here. Casey, are you here? What we're going to do is the chat bar is going to be where we're going to communicate, where you guys are going to ask questions. If you're a guest, you're going to put, I am a guest of this person. We're excited. We have this cool tool package that we don't often get to offer any kind of deals or sales, but this brush you're going to see Angelica is going to use tonight. And of course, none of us could live without our gem locker bag, which includes our magical Blenderful. There is not a tool like this in the marketplace. Most of us have tried everything out there, and it is like no other. It is very small right now, but when you wet it, it expands and it mimics your skin. It actually acts like skin, and it just makes your makeup flawless. So we use this for many different reasons. You almost get this for free with this offer. It was supposed to end 2 days ago, but they extended it through Sunday. So you could get these two. Kathy, will you just post how much these two are regularly and how much they are together? I know they're $10 off. I like to share that LimeLife is all about giving back. So every time you make a purchase, somehow, like when they're doing a Brighter Together collection, you're giving back to helping women all over the world, children all over the world, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this when Casey's here, but it is a beautiful foundation, and LimeLife is just a beautiful company. The reason our prices are so good, if you're using LimeLife, you know the prices are incredible, and that's because this is not the place where Michelle makes most of her fortune with her family. It's the Alcone store. We are umbrellaed by the Alcone store, and this was created to help her celebrity makeup artists and her makeup artists all over the world. She had no idea everyday women like us were going to be doing this one day, and it's so much fun because I tell everyone I am just a makeup enthusiast. And Kathy Maples, I am set up in my new chair, which is lifted up, and I've got the light in front of me. How am I doing here? Can you tell? Is it making a difference? Can you tell with any difference in the way that I'm set up today?
Very much so. Your face isn't so close to the screen, and your front lid.
Awesome.
And
so
your mic.
Yes, I got a chair. I made sure. Guys, if you need a great office chair at Office Depot, this is a $200 chair that this week only is on sale for $99. And it's not the perfect color brown, but my chair was outdated and it didn't go up and down. And when Kathy left and said, you need a chair that goes up and down, I was like, okay, then I know that I'm going to go find me a chair. And I went everywhere. And this was the only place that had them. And you can get them online with free delivery too. So if you need a new, nice office chair, this thing is amazing. It's got a lumbar support. So we also teach you about lighting. We teach you, so many women now are working from home. And so they're not used to, and I said, where are all the chairs? Because I went to Costco. I went to all these different places, and they're like, everybody is working from home now. And so all of our chairs are gone. Our office chairs are gone. I thought, well, there's a business we could all be in. But anyway, we're here to talk about this incredible line that was only available in Hollywood. It was only available to the celebrity and the pro makeup artist. And pro makeup just means you get effortless coverage. You get effortless application. And it like literally, I just went and put my makeup on in about 3 minutes. You can get your makeup on so incredibly quick because of the tools and because of the product, the way that it's created. It was created with the makeup artist in mind. So everything we have is just first class. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. I wanted to tell you too, your beauty guide that invited you here, and keep posting if you're a guest and you want in for this gorgeous color, my favorite cake pop that I'm wearing right now, just your name and who you're a guest of. And by the end, we're going to do a drawing and it's going to come in the mail to you tomorrow. But we have amazing samples, and we can even give you samples of foundation. But I love to tell everyone that we're 100% money back guaranteed. So make your wish list. Anything that you want to try is money back guaranteed. If you order something and it doesn't work out for you, it doesn't matter what reason that is. As long as you return it within 30 days, it is always happiness guaranteed. And we were with another company for a long time and we didn't have that guarantee. So we're very proud of that. I was asking Kathy this week because she sold over $100,000 in these amazing products. They're miracle products. And she said she'd have one return. I have not had any returns, but I love knowing I can tell my clients they are. So we are, let me see if Angelica has made it yet. Let me just look and see. And yeah, if you have any questions about makeup, and we really want you to create a wish list, she's going to talk just a few minutes about skin prep and how to take care of your skin, because we all know that you cannot get your makeup to look good if you have not taken care of your skin. And most of us love this line because it's so simple. We only have a cleanser. There's no toner because the whole line is already pH balanced. We all use this magical skin polish that really completely turns the skin into where it just regenerates and it just restores and rebalances. And so many women are used to using chemicals, and they don't even know they're using chemicals because the FDA doesn't regulate anything. So it's really, it was really disheartening when I found this out, because I was with a company for 27 years and they said the products were all botanically based, but they weren't. There was a lot of really bad ingredients in there that cause hormone issues, thyroid issues, weight gain issues. Like, you wouldn't believe the products that are in your hair, your shampoo products, or in the things you wash your clothes with, the things you clean your counters with. You have to be aware of all that because it is absolutely doing things to your body that is not a positive effect. So I love knowing that all of our skincare is healthy. It's good for you. We even recycle everything. All of our package is recyclable. And then this Terra program, this is called the Terra Cycle program. Michelle's goal, the owner of this company, is to leave as little of a blueprint as she can. So I love that it's not just about makeup and skincare. It's about doing good things for our earth and for the environment. And that's so important. There's no animal testing on anything. Everything we have. In fact, she wouldn't do business in China. We are in 10 different countries right now until they stopped the animal testing. And it looks like that's about to happen in China. So very exciting. I absolutely love being a part of a company that cares. Kathy, can you unmute for a minute? Okay, just tell me just a little bit about natural versus chemical skincare so that I can look and see if we're close to getting on with Angelica.
Okay, so natural skincare works on the cause of your skin problem. So it goes deeper, and it's a powerful antioxidant. It rebalances your skin. That's the biggest thing it does, is rebalance your skin. And then chemical, the difference, it works on the symptom, and it doesn't really heal from the inside out. And what you're wanting is something that is powerful, effective, but not harsh. And ours are very effective, but they heal from the inside out. And so you're not putting a Band-Aid on something, you're actually fixing it, which is huge. And it fixes it over time. And I love also the affordability of what we have. For what we have, these products should cost more. And I love how long they last. Don't you all love? I mean, they last so long. So yes, so that is the difference.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And so what changes have you seen in your skin? Because, as more mature skin, I mean, we obviously coming off of a line we used for decades. What was your biggest change that you saw in your skin going from, products that we didn't know had chemicals in them, we did not know, to using something all natural? What changes did you see?
Well, one thing I loved was fewer products. I loved. We had so many products. We got lost in the layers. And I love that it's a simple thing. But I think the tightness is something that you see kind of immediately with the Sotox and the One Drop Wonder. Softness, I see, especially when we got the Midnight Oil, you see a softness to your skin. And that really shows up in your makeup too. It shows up in pictures, it shows up in makeup. And one other thing that this line has been perfect for, that a lot of companies, well, I've tried different things, is hyperpigmentation. That's a big one for us, because Sotox helps. We've got so many products that help with the hyperpigmentation. Sotox, the One Drop Wonder, and also now with the sunscreen. And so,
Love it. Yes.
And that is something that so many women deal with. Pregnancy mask, hyperpigmentation, uneven skin tone, even in out people's skin tone is a big thing.
Awesome. All right, Angelica is here now. So thank you, Kathy, for filling in. I'm going to announce to you guys my big announcement today, because this I want to remember. My daughter just got engaged. So I only have one daughter and I have a son, and my daughter is why I started this business. And it's kind of been a dream of mine to be able to have this crazy cool wedding, but we've had the wrong guys. But we have the most amazing guy. I actually put a picture. She's like, Mom, do not put anything out there yet, but I'm so excited. I can tell you guys. So yes, next year at this time, we are going to be having a wedding of our dreams. And this is why I do what I do, is I know this year is going to be a very busy year planning, and I want that freedom to be able to be with her through every moment of whatever it is that we create, because we've had a lot of wrong guys. So, all right, I'm putting our lovely Angelica, I'm going to put you on the big screen so you guys can see her beautiful face. And I'm so sorry. I know that you have probably had a big day. Hi, how are you?
Hey, I am good. I'm good. I got like 5 minutes ago.
You're amazing. You're very bright. Can you turn down your light just a little bit?
Let me see. Yes, because it's like over.
Much better. That's even better.
There we go. That's much better. Okay.
Oh, yes. Okay. It's always white light. Perfect. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing with us tonight. We are so excited to have you back again. You have such a beautiful skill. I watch your, I call it artwork, as you do your beautiful transformations of yourself. And I think, what I love is that we can all do the same thing. Like, they've given us the tools. Like, I used to look at these beautiful looks and I'd be like, that's for Hollywood. That's in the magazines. That's for, somebody that has a famous makeup artist, right? And I actually know that if I follow you, and what I like to do is watch, and then I come back and I do it myself, I'm amazed at how I can create a look just like you create. And so, although we are all, and you also are a makeup enthusiast, you didn't come into this with training, you learned how to be amazing because of these amazing products, which is just incredible what we have our hands on. So tell us just a little bit about you and how you're prepping your skin, and then what we are going to have going on tonight. Excited you're here. Thank you so much, Angelica.
Yeah, so I do a lot of things to prep my skin, especially now. If you guys, I work a full-time job, so I have to wear a mask, which is where I'm getting all these lovely blemishes from, because it's drying my face out.
Wow.
So my skin's trying to adjust to it. So I have definitely been, just taking advantage of the facial oils for sure. I'm a big user of our Midnight Oil Serum along with our One Drop Wonder. And that's actually healed acne I've had just in the last week on my jawbone. So just definitely like utilizing the facial oils. I'm always all for the moisturizers. Lately I've been actually kind of prepping my face, which is our SPF Perfect Sunscreen. It's a amazing primer, and then of course my face burns like super easy, so I want to make sure that's protected when I'm outside with my kiddos, because we are enjoying all the sun that we can. So I mean, there's different ways you can prep your face. Right now my preference has been, during the day I do the One Drop Wonder, I have my Skin Therapy moisturizer, and then I go with my SPF sunscreen, just to make sure I am, taking care of my skin underneath my foundation. And then, I mean, especially like at work with it being dry, I want to get as much hydration back into my skin as possible. So that's what I've been doing to prep my skin. So I still have my SPF on from earlier today. I still have a little bit of makeup on. I went ahead and tried wiping off as much as I possibly could because I looked like I got hit by a train by the time I got home. So I'm going to kind of show you guys what I really want to show you is, if you are not aware, we have our Brighter Together foundation bundle for this month, which are these two fabulous tools. These tools are amazing. Your foundation brush has multi-purposes. I use this particular one is just for my concealer. You can use it for your foundation. If you do not know this, you can also use it to apply like your mascara to try to get an even layer of that mask, the clay mask on your face. I found that to be super helpful because I found myself taking too much of it out, and that just seemed to be like the perfect tool to apply it. So lots of uses. I mean, this bundle is fantastic. It's $42, so you're saving like $8 to $10 worth. And then not just that, but $2 of that purchase goes to the Brighter Together Foundation, and they empower women in third world countries to start businesses and to empower themselves. So, I mean, it's a great cause. These bundles are my favorite. I look forward to them every month because not only are they an amazing deal, but they help other women. And that was like my whole thing, just joining LimeLife, is to help empower others. So that is that bundle. If you have questions, you are more than welcome to ask your beauty guide about it. But you can never go wrong with these tools. Like I said, multi-uses. And then this Blenderful, my favorite tool of all, is like our most soft porous sponge. It is actually specifically made for our botanical foundation. So this is what's going to help you get that flawless makeup application. And I'm going to show you and this is like the perfect time because I am freaking out. So I want to show you guys like how these tools can be utilized.
You're still just a little bitty bit bright. If you can turn it down just a smidge, we'll see the application.
There we go. So a little bit better.
Perfect. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
So right now I have my concealers. So I'm going to go in with my foundation brush. And like I said, I've already kind of primed my face earlier today, so it's still kind of staying. Priming your face is key to helping you get that flawless makeup look that's going to last most of the day. So I'm going to go in with, this is my concealer 4. I don't know. There we go. So concealer 4 right here. This is just a very peachy concealer, and I'm going to take my foundation brush and just kind of dip it in there. And like this right here, I'm going to just kind of start patting it in the areas I need to for color correction real quick. And because of how much coverage our concealer is, it's perfect for that color correction first. And you can do this for mom tired underneath your eyes. You can do it for blemishes, whatever you guys need to do. But like this brush is perfect for that. And if you guys don't know, it's a flat brush. So you don't have like a lot to work with, which is good in this case. So I'm just trying to get underneath my eyes. Because you guys, I just got off of a 12-hour shift, so I'm going to need all the coverage I can get. So just like that, and it's already kind of brightened my face. So, and then you can just color correct wherever you need to. I'm just going in here real quick because our foundation has amazing coverage too. So I don't need to do a whole bunch. So just like that, super easy. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do a lighter concealer. This is our concealer 3. And I'm going to actually, so whenever I do a makeup look, especially with eyeshadows, I always make sure to prime my eyelids. Your eyelids are so opaque that, you know, if you don't prime them properly, you will not get the pigment that you want. It almost fades off. So this is a perfect tool for doing that as well. Like I said, it's kind of your preference on what you want. And I can always go back in with my Blunderful too. Yes, Erica said, yeah, and it's waterproof. That's like the best part. Because I know, like, for me, with the job I do, I'm looking at a computer all day and I feel like my eyes are watering all the time. So it is amazing just being able to keep on my makeup and my eyeshadow because everything's waterproof.
Especially in the South too. We live in the South and it is so humid right now. And this is when you really see the power of this product because it locks in.
And I mean, this is a big for me because this is the whole reason I was looking for a whole new makeup line before I joined LimeLife, because I was coming home from work and my face felt like it was melted off of me. Because when you work on a computer, you're not blinking or anything. So I feel like you're like sweating it. So like my whole face was just, I felt like it just melted off by the end of the day. And that was something that I was like, well, I'm not liking this. It was not good for my eyes because I have sensitive eyes. It was not good for, I just felt awful.
Mine just disappeared and it went right into my pores and then I was broken out all the time. It was just awful. It was awful.
Right. So, you know, that was like my biggest thing. I was like, I gotta find a foundation that's going to stay on my face. You know, and then along with, like, I am big on the mascara. I am big on the eyeliner. It has to be water resistant or waterproof. Back in the day, I wanted water resistant, you know, no matter how bad it burned my eyes. So going in, here's my foundation. I'm just going to take my Blunderful. And if you are curious, this is a damp Blunderful. So it's going to be a little bit fuller than a dry one. You always want to keep this damp when applying because that is how you're going to get that to spread on your face. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to twist it. If you guys are curious, my foundation has been in my pocket. So it's also warm, so it helps apply the foundation a little bit easier.
That's such a good tip that I didn't know till I started watching these, is to heat it up with whatever. Sit on it, put it in your granny pocket, whatever. But yes, and it does. It goes on so much lighter and you use even half of what you normally use.
Yes, that's like the best.
And you can do it with your finger too. I do it with my finger a lot too. I just warm it up on the top with a clean finger, and it also, you know, it just makes a difference to apply with warmth.
Yes, and like Kathy said, like the best part about these products are how simple they are. I remember the days when I had a different foundation and I was getting it out of a pump bottle, and I would take literally 5 minutes to get that product out of the pump bottle on my hand and apply it to my face. And then I had a repeat. And then once you got to the basically the scrums of the bottle, you're like, I think I should have done a TikTok on how I was trying to get that stuff out because I'm laughing at myself just thinking about it.
What color are you using? What color is that?
So this is a Shinto 2. If you guys did not see my post, I actually got a little too much sun about 2 weekends ago. So I just transitioned from my Shinto 1 to my Shinto 2. So this is a Shinto 2. And like I said, I use concealers 3 and 4. I did more of the 3 on my eyelids, and I did the 4 just for color correction. And I'm actually going to go back in a little bit more because I do have some darkness on my eyelids. So I want to try to get that darkness canceled and concealed. So that way these colors are going to start showing up a little bit better.
And which one cancels out? Which color cancels out the redness?
So the redness you would want to do for this one, I did more of that concealer 4. That's kind of close to my foundation color, but it's subtle enough where it kind of helps with that. You can always go with like concealer 2, which is more of that yellow tone if you have like a lot of redness. And I've kind of noticed it, just going darker, my colors have kind of changed too with concealers because I was using a 00 concealer and then the 3. So I've had to recently shift all those too. But I mean, pretty easy. And like the best part is most of the time I have to do like just a quick on the go look. And it literally can take me like 5 minutes and I'm out the door, which is great with 3 kids. So any of our mamas out there, if you're like, well, I can't spend all day in the bathroom getting ready, you know, is this going to help? I'm going to tell you this, I've cut down my routine like to a quarter of what it used to be by using these products and simplifying everything. So I'm going to go in. I've already kind of got everything ready to go. And so the number one thing is you want to make sure that any primer on your eyelids, you want it smooth. Otherwise, that pigment of that eyeshadow is going to stick right to that bulk of that product. So that's something, if I kind of wander away from doing my eye makeup and do something else, I want to make sure before I do anything with my eye makeup that it's a smooth application. So I just make sure that there's no creases on here, which right now it looks pretty smooth. So we are good to go. So what I'm going to do to start out, so this is my little color palette. If you guys kind of saw in like our little graphic. So we have Uptown Girl, which is this gold one. We have Creamboat, which is this white one. We have, it's kind of like a very coppery red, orangish kind of color. And that's our penny one. And then we have the Shimmy Shimmy Brown. So these are all from my Moana inspired look. I'm doing like a Disney theme with my makeup looks right now. So this is one of my first ones actually that I've done in this series. So I'm super excited to share this with you. So we are going to go in, and a lot of times when I start this out, I like to do, this is called a transition color for me. So I'm going to go in with my Uptown Girl. I'm just going to get a little bit. And if you get too much, you can always tap it because these are super pigmented. So I'm just going to go in, and this is our number 7 brush. It's a bigger brush, but I like this one because when I'm doing that transition color, I don't want it to show up a bunch. It's just there so I am able to blend in my crease color a little bit easier. So I'm going to take it, and I have a lot of space from right here to my crease. So I'm just going to kind of go in. I'm going to kind of pat it in.
What would you call your eye shape? Would you call your eye shape more of a hooded eye? Or?
I would say I have like almost it's hooded, but I got a lot of real estate between my brow and my lid.
Yes.
So it's
you go higher.
Almost, right. Yeah. So, and that's one thing, anyone that has a hooded eye of any kind, you want to try to get that pigment on your lid up higher into the crease. And because I have all this space between where my highlight, where my brow bone is, to that transition, this is why I'm applying the transition color. So that way it's a smooth transition from the crease to the brow highlight without it looking almost choppy, if that makes sense. So a lot of times with all my makeup looks, I have at least 4 to 6 colors, just depending on the makeup look I am doing. But
and
typically,
somebody have asked a great question about lids being more wrinkly. And so you don't want to have the focus of your makeup on all these different colors. I think as you get older, you got to be really careful not to draw attention in, and you wouldn't want to wear the shimmery colors. I mean, you would want to pick more like 2 or 3 colors versus, Kathy, what would you say to that? Because I know you deal with that more than I do. Do you go with a little bit more of a lighter color?
I do, but our concealer with powder over it will smooth out a lot of that too. Before, if you try it without our concealer and then put a powder, it gives you the wrinkles a smoother surface, but you wouldn't want to put shimmer up there. I do more matte. But I do like to highlight with some of the shimmers.
Yeah, up higher. When you're highlighting right up underneath your brow bone, that's different. You don't want to pull that down because it's just going to weight the eye down and it's going to draw any attention if there are any crepiness. And you can also use like one of the oils. You could use one drop, or you could use due date, and get your eyes really moist and then apply. A lot of times I'll mix my concealer with one of the oils and it works great.
Yeah, and I use the one drop wonder oil around my eyes anyway at night, just to try to get some moisture back into my eyelids. And then it's great for lash growth too, and then just getting all that excess like mascara or eyeliner off. So I totally agree with that. Okay, so now that we kind of have a transition color, I'm going to go in and I'm actually going to be doing our highlight, which is the cream boat right here. I always like to try to do a highlight with it because it just makes the look seem more dramatic sometimes. And it kind of just brings it all together. So this is just going underneath the brow bone. And this is where, kind of like you guys were saying, you can do just a 3-step with like a highlight, just a middle color, and then an eyelid color.
And I'm glad you're using cream boat. I'm glad you're using cream boat because a lot of people go for sweet dreams. And I think as you get older, especially if you're going to be in the sunlight, like during the day, there's going to be more light and it's going to show more lines and wrinkles. So go with the cream boat during the day, and then in the evening time, do more of the, the sweet dreams. If you're getting older, because I have to do this. That looks great.
Right.
That actually was our best seller.
Too.
We didn't have sweet dreams. So that color was our best seller for years. We would sell out of that cream boat. We didn't have sweet dreams to even complement it. So people would have to go with the more yellow, the pineapple of my eye. And this actually is just such a softer look. So hopefully that helps.
Yeah, because that's one thing. The Shimmy Shimmy is a shimmer. The Uptown Girl, it's got a little bit of shimmer to it, but not like the actual shimmers. It's a little bit more like in between a matte and a shimmer, I feel like. So and that's one thing why I did not use Sweet Dreams with this look, because of that. If you have too much shimmer in it, then you just kind of feel like a walking disco ball. Like everything just reflects off of it and it's like almost too much. So that's something with a lot of my makeup looks. You'll kind of notice that I kind of alternate my shimmers and my mattes with them. Just because I kind of have that rule to myself about that. So kind of like what we talked about, here's a Shimmy Shimmy, and it's a shimmer. It's that really pretty brown. So I'm going to just kind of go in here, and I'm just going to grab a little bit because right now I don't want to get too much, but I'm going to start at the corner of my eye and kind of work my way in. And then I'm going to kind of work it up into the upper part of my crease. And when I first apply it, I don't swipe it. I kind of go in and it's a packing motion. It looks like this. But when you do it fast enough, it looks like a swiping motion. I have had people ask me about that. But it's actually just, it's almost like just dabbing your skin. So just kind of like this. And that's how I get as much pigment as I possibly can to where I want it. And then that allows me the opportunity to blend it how I would like it. So I'm just kind of working this in. And you can always go back and, do whatever you want to where you want it. It's basically your preference. There's no rules to it. So I pretty much got as much pigment as I wanted in this look on this side. So I can always go back in with, this is our number 10 brush. It's more of a dome brush, really good for blending. So I can go back in, and this is where the transition color is amazing. So because I have a little bit more pigment here than what I typically like, I'm going to go back in with my Uptown Girl and just kind of lightly dab that in there. And I'm going to go in here, and I'm doing like these circular motions just to try to blend out that crease color. Because the last thing I want is for that to be so dark where it's almost choppy. Like I'm one of those people, I like the blended looks. So I like all my colors to just kind of blend in. And I don't know if you can see that, but that's a lot better than what it was. So, and I mean, the blending, it can be an easy step. It can be a process, just depends on what you're going for. If you're like, ooh, I blended that in too much, you can always take what you had just a second ago and just kind of reapply it in there if you need to. So if you want to make it darker, you can. But I always like to start with the corners of my eyes, just because if I get more pigment on there, half the time it doesn't really matter. But if I put too much in my crease, it might be so much that's going to be hard to blend. So I'm just doing the corner of my eye with that shimmy shimmy. And then I can kind of pack it into my crease a little bit. And then I feel like the lighter the better, because you can always build it, but it's really hard to reverse it. So if you get too much and it's too dark, it's going to be hard to lighten it versus darkening. And again, we're just kind of doing that packing motion. Just trying to get it all in there. And that's one thing about the shimmy shimmy being a shimmer, is this one's easy to use to try to get what you want, just for the fact of, I feel like this color is really good for blending. So just like that, it's a little bit darker right now. I'm gonna go back with my number 10 brush, go into my Uptown Girl, and I'm just gonna blend that in. So super easy. So that's all that one is. So you have the option, you can always use your time setting spray to darken some of these colors, or make them more vibrant. There's some colors I like to do that with. And let me see, let me go grab that real quick. Because like with this penny color, if you're not careful with it, because it is more of a shimmery metallic color, sometimes you don't achieve the color that you're kind of going for, and that's not what we want. So we'll see what we get the first try. But you can always just spray the tip of your brush. You can dip it in here with like your time setting spray, just to try to get more of that vibrant color. I think we're good with this one though. So I am just taking it and I'm just packing it in on that other part of my lid. Because with this look, it's kind of more of a blended look anyway. So this is perfectly okay. Now, if you're wanting to get a vibrant color and you don't want it to blend in as much, that's when you kind of want to use the setting spray to kind of make it more vibrant. So, and again, we are just doing that packing motion. I know it looks like swiping, but when you pack it, you are basically depositing pigment without swiping it off. And then I kind of go back up into the crease, because again, I have hooded eyes. So when I open them, a lot of times if I don't bring it up far enough, the pigment does not show like I would like it to. And this is just a couple of layers. And like I said, it just depends on what you guys are going for and what you want your makeup look to end up looking like. Because half my makeup looks, most of the time I don't really plan them. I just kind of play with several different colors and see what I come out with. So like this one, I was just like, well, I'm going to try this. And this is what I got. So this is our Enduring eyeliner pencil. I like to do my waterline underneath my lash line and then under my eye with this one. And this is just the black gel one, if you guys are curious. So I'm just gonna, I kind of pull my eye just to try to get it right where I want it. But you have a water line underneath your lash line on the top, and then you have the water line right before the lash line on the bottom. So in order to make that lash line look more bold, I try to put this under it just to kind of make it look like it's part of the lash line and that there's no gaps in it. So just like that, if you guys get this on your eyelid, it's okay. It's super easy to blend out. So don't, everyone makes mistakes, and that's the best thing about makeup. It's super easy to just recover from. And then like on my bottom, I like to basically move my head with my pencil. Because for some reason, that's the best results I get, is when I move my head along with my pencil versus trying to draw it. So just like that, super easy. It's gonna look a little bit more bold now, but once you start applying, a lot of times I like to do eyeshadow where my waterline is too, just to kind of blend it in more, because I don't really like it to be super bold. I want it to kind of soften a little bit, but we will get to that in a second. So this is our amazing, perfect eyeliner pen. It's got a very good thin top. This is super easy to apply. It's water resistant, and you can do like a wing with it. I'll show you. So when I do my wings, this one I kind of arched up a little bit more, but I try to go where my bottom lash line kind of meets with my upper lash line. And I just kind of draw my line, and then I just kind of link it back to my top line. If you guys mess up on this, that's okay, because I'm going to tell you this, having the concealer is great for erasing lines. So there's times I have to go back with my concealer and fix lines. So I'm just trying to get this as close to the lash line as possible. And the reason I tug on the edge of my eyes, because it makes it straighter versus just shutting it. So it's easier for me to draw that line. So just like that. So again, we're gonna kind of go, like I like to pull my corner of my eye just a little bit. And I like to start right here where my bottom lash line kind of meets the top lash line. And you can make this as dramatic as you would like.
You sure make that look easy.
I'm gonna tell you, this eyeliner pen helps.
Yeah.
I've had my fair share of eyeliner pens, and some of them, they kind of hurt, actually. So this one, that's a good one. This one does not hurt. Because it's got, I don't know if you guys can see, it's got so many little hair fibers on the end, and they are so soft. I've had eyeliner pens, and they were a felt tip, but they were not flexible, and I felt like I scratched my eyeball off. And then of course some of them burn. This one doesn't burn, so I am so excited about that, and that's why this is so easy. Because I mean, this was built to make your life easy. And I know Miss Abby Williams was like, I was questioning her about this when we were first talking about LimeLife, and she's like, you know me. She's like, I never did eyeliner, let alone like a liquid eyeliner. And I was like, oh, I was like, yeah. She's like, let me show you. And I was like, okay, you sold me. We're good. So, so I'm going to tell you this because I have so many, you know, clients asking me about it. This makes life so much easier. It does not hurt, does not burn. And it's practice is all I can
I was
say. So don't be
shocked
scared.
when we came over here and that was the only eyeliner. We had one eyeliner. I was like, okay, we have one eyeliner, we have one powder, we have only one because it's the only thing the makeup artist would work with. So we just recently in the last year got the gel liners, which I am incredibly relieved to have those. But honestly, it's easier to use the liquid liner, but I'm talking the wing. The wing is what gets me a little challenged. So
Right. Yes. And I will say, like I said, each eyeliner pen is different. This one is amazing. It's got my 5-star rating for that reason. Because like I said, I have been in the market for any eyeliner out there because like I said, you guys, I have sensitive eyes. I'm looking for something that's going to stay on along with something that, you know, is easy. And this one is definitely my top 2 on that, just for the fact of, you know, a lot of it helps you because of those little fibers. They're like individual fibers in it. It's not one big felt tip to where, like I said, it feels like you're scratching your eyeball off. So I mean, you know, if you're like, I want to try that, talk to your beauty guide about this. Not to mention, you guys can get the bundle with the mascara too, which I'm about to share with you guys here in just a little bit. Because this mascara makes life easy and I love it. So, all right. So we talked about the bottom and I want to show you like how I do it to blend it because I don't like it being really harsh. Especially when I'm using all these really pretty browns. Let me see. So, and you can do this however you want. You can do a 2-toned. Let me find. I just got a bunch of new brushes in, so I'm getting used to trying to figure out where they are. So you can easily use, this is a number 11 brush. So it's super fine, super pointed. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. You can totally use that. And you can go in with like your dark color. And again, you are more than welcome to use the time setter spray to kind of do this. But I like to just try to blend that in so it doesn't look so harsh. So I'm just kind of going in and kind of spreading it out a little bit. So you see how this side's a little bit more blended than this one is? That's what I am going for. And this is just right on that waterline, lash line border. So that's exactly kind of how I want it. And then you can always go back in. This is our number 20 brush. It's our smaller eyeshadow brush. You can go back in and add a little pop of color. So I'm going to go back in with my penny color. I'm just going to take it. I'm going to swipe it on the bottom. And that way it kind of gives it, I don't know if you can see a little bit of it, but it gives it that little pop of color along with just finishing that blending.
I like it. It kind of smokes it out a little bit so it's not quite so stark, but you're dramatic. So I always tell people when you're watching a dramatic, you can take some of this and, you know, like not go all the way to the inner corner.
Right.
Like I would do outer corners and just soften it and blend it in. But, you know, this is where art is you being you.
Right. And it's a preference. And that's the thing about makeup. Like, don't ever be afraid to try it because you saw this person do it. We all do it differently. We all have our little quirks that makes us us. When I am doing just a regular, I gotta get out the door look, you know, there's times I do not put eyeliner on the bottom and it looks just fine. When I'm doing looks like this, there's times like Blair said, I don't bring it all the way to the inner corner of my eye. I will leave it out and I'll just highlight that part just to try to brighten my face a little bit. So I mean, you can always try all these different things. There's like no limit to it because the limit does not exist in the makeup world. So, and then you can always go back. You can take your blender full. And I've talked to several ladies about this. When I'm doing like those super dramatic smoky looks, a lot of times I will start from my top of my face and work my way down. So I will not have anything going on underneath my eyes until I'm done with that look. But like looks like this that are like super like natural and simple, I'm just gonna go in and just kind of clean it up just a tad. And I'm gonna show you guys something because this is where, because I told you I was been wearing a mask, my nose is starting to dry out. So this is where my One Drop Wonder comes in, because I want to make sure to keep as much moisture in my face as possible. And I know for a fact my face would be falling off if it wasn't for our One Drop Wonder and our Midnight Oil Serum and our skin polish for sure. So I am super excited that I can see a complete difference than, you know, what I would have a year ago. So, okay, now that we kind of have our eye look done, what I like to do next, and you guys can, you know, feel free if you are into contouring. About this time is where I kind of do more of my contouring stuff because I'm kind of brightening underneath my eyes. So just to let you know, you can do it then. But I'm going to kind of show you. So these are some of our brighter blushes. The one I've used was the Slam, which is kind of like this really pretty brownish orange color. And I did learn something when I started using this. I want to start with as little as possible. So I just kind of press my brush in there and just kind of wiggle it around just a tad, because I don't really want as much pigment on this. I want to be able to build it. If you guys are curious, this is our angled brush. It's a number 3. And I'm going to just start at the, basically go inward. And this has a lot of pigment to it. So this is why I'm starting out so light. Oh no, let's see if I can. There we go, that's better. So if this is not enough, you can always go back and do another application. Just like the first one, you can kind of go in there and just kind of press on it. And then I kind of just try to get my cheekbone exposed as much as possible, because this is kind of like a natural contouring for me. So, and you can do this till you get comfortable with where you are color-wise. And then we're going to do the other side. So again, I'm going to take the angle brush, I'm going to press in, kind of wiggle it. And I kind of do this funky thing in my mouth to expose that cheekbone. And I will tell you, angle brushes are my favorite when applying blush because I have very defined cheekbones. So I feel like that's what works best for those. And then if you guys ever feel like you got too much of that pigment on your cheeks, you can always go back with your blender full and use whatever's left of your foundation to kind of mute out any color. There's been times I got too much on and I had to use this just to try to mute out a lot of that pigment. There's been times I've also used our color powder to try to get some of that pigment off, because I felt like I looked like Santa Claus or something with rosy cheeks at that point. So I wanted to mute out that color a little bit. But right now it's like a really pretty just orange bronze color, and that's exactly what I want. I'll often do cleaner brushes. Okay, so everyone's different with their brushes. My blender full I clean every day. This is something I use all the time, and my skin is super sensitive, so I want to make sure to clean it as much as possible. My brushes, I clean maybe once a week. just depending on how much makeup I have used. When anytime I am working with clients or, someone else, I always wash it after I use it on them. So it just kind of depends on you, really. Okay, so I got that done. Typically, I would finish up with the powder, which I don't have my powders here. So I would just finish up with the powder. We have an amazing translucent powder. Like I said, we have a variation of color powders that are amazing. So you can take your pick on which one you like. And then you would use a finishing spray. So we have the time setter spray. We also have the oil strike, which is my personal favorite because, I get super oily during the day. So, just talk to your beauty guide and figure out what is going to be best for you when it comes to that. So after I do all my finishing stuff, that's where the fun stuff begins. So this is our perfect mascara. I kind of talked about it earlier. This one is water resistant, but I feel like it acts like a waterproof without the burning. Like I said, I was a big fan of anything waterproof. I didn't want anything running down in my face or burning my eyes. What I found out was a lot of the waterproof mascaras tend to burn. So I was struggling with my mascara for a long time too. So this mascara, like I said, it's water resistant. It's a fiber mascara. And it works best if it's a little warm. So this was also in my back pocket with my foundation. So it's nice and warm. It's super easy. The formula is so smooth. And I mean, it's buildable too. So I'm going to go in. And I am just going to try to lift my lashes, and I'm kind of shimmying them up. Just to try to get that volume. So just like that. And I always try to do the top lashes first, and then I'll finish with my bottom. Just because I don't always want a bunch of the mascara on my bottom ones as I do as my top ones. So again, just kind of shimmying up. And this one, a lot of times I actually have my brush more bent than this. It's just easier for me to get that application. So if you are having issues with, how you're applying, you might want to talk to your beauty guy because you can always kind of bend your brush a little bit more. So this is a little bit better for me. So I'm just going to go up, and this is why. It makes the shimmying a lot easier, at least for me. And then, like I said, I do a lighter coat with the bottom of my eyelashes because they're fairly long. But again, super easy. Oh yeah, I make lots of faces when I do makeup. I kind of laugh at myself. There's sometimes I think I need to do like a video on my little bloopers on my face. Okay, so after I'm done with that, the last thing I always do is my lip color, which in this look, there we go. This one is actually our Cocoa Teeny. So it's a very pretty, like almost kind of like a reddish, orangish brown, but it's very muted, I kind of want to say. But it is like one of my favorites, along with, this is my Moon Pie. It goes with me everywhere, so you guys can see the difference. So are enjoying my colors.
While you're doing your lips, would it be okay if Casey shared for just a minute about Brighter Together because she just hopped on?
Yes, please do.
Yay.
Okay, I'm gonna spotlight you, Case.
Okay, great.
Angelica,
Okay.
you're looking amazing as always.
I mean, really?
So hey guys, I'm so excited to talk to you guys about the Brighter Together Foundation, and a lot of what Angelica has used tonight with her beautiful look can come in a Brighter Together collection. So what that means is that when you purchase a collection, and there's like 5 of them, so you can, there's like small, medium, large, larger, largest. Okay, when you purchase a Brighter Together collection, you'll part of you not only save money, so all of our bundles and collections you save money, but the money that you save is matched by our company, and it is a double dose of donation to our foundation. So you might be wondering, what in the world is the Brighter Together Foundation? Well, what it is it's an actual foundation that supports women in underprivileged countries, and it teaches them how to be entrepreneurs in their own right. So, for example, women that are in these underprivileged countries, they say they have a talent in jewelry making or basket weaving or furniture building or painting or pottery, whatever their talent might be, their artistic talent might be, that our foundation actually teaches them how to turn that into a business so that they can bring money into their pockets, into their family, and therefore back into their community. So our belief system and our mission is to always to empower women and to empower them not only in mind but financially. And so when we give women that power, they can do so many things. So we want you to know what the Brighter Together Foundation is, because you have the opportunity to be a part of it. And so we have these collections that are always, but then at the beginning of every month, and typically just the first 3 days of the month, we have a Brighter Together bundle. That's a surprise bundle that also saves you $10. This particular bundle for June was extended, so we do have until the 7th to take full advantage of the Brighter Together bundle that happens to be a blender full, yes, whoop, whoop, and that may have already been mentioned earlier
Yes.
this evening.
Yes.
So the Blenderful and the foundation brush. So you can save $10 on that. But my favorite, truly, if this is your first exposure to LimeLife and you're wanting to get your feet wet with our makeup, the Simply Pretty collection is hands down my favorite, because it comes with a foundation, a powder, a mascara, and a lipstick. And truly, you can do so many looks with that. And it's a 4-piece makeup collection. You save $10, and $20 goes to the Brighter Together Foundation. So it's a win-win. So it's an incredible organization. We're very proud of it, and there's so much more to know about it. But that's who the Brighter Together is. The Brighter Together Foundation.
Thank you, Casey. It's awesome. So exciting to have a company that is so about contributing and giving back. And that's what I love about LimeLife, is it's like everywhere we turn, they're finding ways to either make the earth better or give back somehow. So it's definitely a company with a purpose and a mission. Back to you, beautiful Angelica.
All right. Okay, so all I did was, this is our Enduring Lip Color. This one's in the shade of Cocoa Teeny. There are so many different shades, it's almost impossible not to collect them all. So, if you have questions about that, definitely ask your beauty guide about all the different shades you can get in this lip color or in this lip line. So anyways.
Awesome. Okay, everybody post something they learned from Angelica, something you're going to try with your makeup. That was phenomenal. And when you're learning, it takes a little bit longer, but when you, like we are all saying, it's so quick and easy to put these products on. So thank you. Was there anything else, Angelica? This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
No, I would say if they have any questions, do not, feel like you cannot reach out. Like, anyone here is, more than willing to help you.
Absolutely.
So, definitely don't hold back.
All right. You're amazing. So Sunday, I wanted to tell you guys, Sunday is going to be another incredible day of learning because one of our girls who is a bit younger, she is going to share with us, she came into this with horrible acne and her skin is flawless now. So she's going to talk about flawless makeup, flawless applications, teach us a few of her tricks of the trade of how she covered things up as her skin was healing because this line completely healed her skin. And you'll never know she had full on acne. So you're going to love Sunday with Abby Williams. It's going to be incredibly something that you can give to anyone you know who has problem skin. So thank you guys for joining us live because this is where the magic happens. So thank you, Angelica. Thank you, everybody who shared. So now I want to tell you how you can shop, and then we're going to do our draw. The way you can shop are two ways. We love that you want to shop with us as beauty guides. I mean, as clients, and we become your beauty guide. That's what we're here for. That is why we love this. We're passionate about this because we love helping women who have never used organic natural products learn everything they need and start simple and create your wish list. And we'll tell you how much ever you tell us you want to spend, we're going to work with you on your budget because that is what we're here for. But if you want to save a lot of money and you want to be able to share what you found that you don't want to keep a secret with family and friends, we have endless clients join us because they don't mind sharing something they already believe in. So if you've been using these products and you're already telling people about it, you're already referring people, guys, you could do this and make an extra couple $100s a month or get all your products for free. That's what I tell people. Like, go out there and share it so that your products become free. Probably 8 out of 10 women who join were customers first. They all have full-time jobs. They're not doing this as their full-time career. They're doing this as a way to give back and serve, as a way to give something to women that we've never been educated about, which is safe, natural, very simple products that every woman can feel beautiful in every single day. So you can shop two ways. Talk to your beauty guide, get with her, whoever invited you to this. If you caught it on the YouTube channel, anybody can have access to these training videos, and you just go right back to the person who invited you, and she will help you by answering your questions and giving you whatever it is you're looking for. But make a wish list. If you don't have a wish list, you know, we are happy to share with you our wish list of products that we used here so that you can just quickly decide the things that you want to start with. We always recommend starting with some skincare and a little bit of makeup, foundation, you know, things that we know. The Simply Pretty kit that Casey just shared with us is a great way to get started. And then we have a Skin Confidence collection, which gives you our cleanser, our moisturizer, and our mask. Everything is affordable. People are blown away that they can get these products at this kind of price. So just know you've hit the mother lode. You've hit a lottery finding LimeLife. So we are going to do the drawing now because I hear we have 9 people, and 9 is close enough to 10. 9 is close enough to 10. So help us again on Sunday, and I'll give away another best-selling lip shade. I think I'm going to give away a wedding cake on Wednesday, a birthday cake. It's a birthday cake, or maybe it was wedding cake. It's one of our new ones, one of our best sellers. All right, Kathy, are you doing the drawing?
I am, and I got them all right here. I cut little pieces, and I have Brandy Walls.
Yay!
Is she on there?
Is she on here still?
Listening because her power's out, so she has no video.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Hey, Megan, just get me her address or come by and grab this, and you can personally deliver it to her if she's here in Memphis. Yeah.
Will do.
And Tuesday night, if you're in Memphis, we're doing a live beauty bar. You want to come and put your hands on some of these products? I'll check your temperature on the way in, and we've got everything sanitized and cleaned. A lot of these women are holding beauty bars now. That's just a one-on-one appointment where we have a few beauty guides there. So don't feel like you can't touch these products because trust me, as soon as you see everything, you're going to want to be playing in it because we're women and we love to play. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody who brought guests. Thanks, everybody who spent an hour with us. We can't wait to do this on Sunday. And then next Wednesday night, we are going to do something amazing. You're not going to want to miss that. You're going to learn some amazing new tips and tricks from one of my faves. All of you are my faves, but someone we've never seen before. So cannot wait for that. And Abby, you've never seen before. So be sure to mark your calendar for Sunday at 3. And then next Wednesday, we'll do it again at our normal time. If they move during the summer, it's because something's going on with our schedules. And but normally they're Wednesdays at 7 and then Sundays at 3 p.m. So you can mark your calendar unless you hear different. But thank you again. Can't wait for this playback. I can't wait to watch it. Everybody have a blessed weekend, and we will see you on Sunday. Bye, everybody.